All right, everyone. So this is my brand new ant cage. We have the Outworld that you've seen me actually build during the live stream. And then we have the chamber parts that I assemble myself off camera. Um, and obviously we have the old nest. And one cool feature of both of these cage is obviously the fact that technically I could hook them up together. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to raise two separate colonies. So we have Camponotus erculanus, also known as carpenter ants, in this one. And I will probably get a fairly mature colony outside and try to especially like in a piece of wood or something, and just move the log of the colony in the outworld and hope that the colony will adapt and thrive in this new environment. Speaking of which, there is big difference between this enclosure and this one. The first thing being their shape. This one is square, this one is rectangle. And I just did a little calculation on determining if the volume of the two were similar. And this one is 57.75 inch cubic, while this one is 52. So already we have like 5 more inch in term of in term of volume for the outworld. And for the chamber parts, I also did the same calcul, and this one is 16.5 inch cube, while this chamber is only 13 cube. So we have like in total 8 more inch of volume for this one. We also have very different chamber formation. So in the first one, the first cage, we only have 10 rectangles. While in this one, we have many little chambers, which can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing depending on your ant species. The reason why I probably won't place my Camponotus in here is because the chamber are a bit slim for bigger species of ants like carpenter ants. But for smaller ants, such as pavement ants and like just, smaller species in general, like, I don't know all the species in Canada, sadly, but, the invasive Argentina ant could go very well in here if I ever find some in the wild. But I will try to either keep native species or find an exotic species like outside of my home. That way I will stop that colony from spreading in the world and maybe ravaging my local ecosystem. But I'm not going to import any ants. I'm going to capture an ant to put in here. So another big change is the fact that the water test tube is significantly larger. So this is the comparison. Actually, it came with two. So this is the test tube for the cube, and this is the test tube for the rectangle cage. So right there, much bigger. And the fact that they give me two is very useful because I could actually do a starter colony in this. So I only need to put like a cotton ball here and then block the entrance. And this would have been very good for Queen Anne because it was much larger. I only had these. And, Camponotus, they were a bit squeezed in this. So in here, they would have been much better. This thing, which is a second water feeder also came with this one, but since I don't have any ants right now in this one, I decided to use it for this colony. I really enjoy that for the simple fact that I can feed some sugars like juice and stuff like that in the second one and clean it much more easier than if like whenever I tried to do it with this one. So that is super cool. By the way, little update on the colony. We have one nymph and one larvae, as well as a fresh batch of like almost 20 eggs. And we have 4 workers and the queen so far. And right here we have a dead spider. So anyway, which of these two I prefer? In terms of aesthetic, I will say this one. The new one, I'm very looking forward to keeping ants. I really enjoy the extra space. I really enjoy the fact that I could technically connect the two, though I will probably not. And I really enjoy also the fact that there is much more water access for this one. This could be a good or a bad thing depending on the species of ants I'm going to keep, because some ants prefer it more dry. And this is the reason why I'm probably going to keep my actual colony in here, because this environment is made to be much more dry, while this one is made for the nest to be much more wet, at least in my opinion. And I might be wrong on that, don't quote me, but I do believe this is the purpose. I also really much enjoy just the more natural look, because this is much like rectangular and really like human made, but this one almost looked like it was made by ants. So mimicking the environment of natural ants might be better in the long run, or maybe it's going to be detrimental, especially for cleaning and such. But truly, there is many shape of caves, so smaller one and bigger ones and like medium sized one, and they really all connect all each other's. So this is very great. Again, for a big species of ants, I don't think I would have placed my Camponotus in here, just because there is like only the big cave down there that could have accommodated my queen and that she would have felt sheltered. Because as you can see, many of the thing overlapping are much better for smaller ants. And I wouldn't have wanted my queen to be forced to live in only one cave. Sometimes Queen Anne do move from cave to cave. So yeah, let me know what type of ants I should keep in here. Are you excited about this as much as I am? And should I get another cage to eventually connect? I'm obviously not going to do any ant war between two colony, but having the option of connecting two cage like that is very awesome. It basically doubles the size of the both the outwell and the chambers for both colonies, or both, like for a colony to, you know, just join two to cage. So it's like having a satellite nest and a main nest, for example. So that is pretty cool. Also, if I catch a queen right now, I'm not going to place it in here just yet, because I've noticed that it kind of have slowed and stunted the growth of my colony to have so much space, and it can also be dangerous if they leave their garbage in the actual caves of the ant world, of their chambers, you know. It can create some mold outbreak, and it's hard to clean this one, so it's going to be a nightmare to try to clean this one. So I better be ready to have a big colony in here. that will, you know, see this outworld as their garbage site. So this is my review of the new cage as well as the old cage, and basically I am very satisfied with this product. The price range is good in term of, you know, fish keep not a fish keeping, but ant keeping in general is crazy expensive for what you get. But I do enjoy these. It's the first time I have to actually build a cage myself, so that was kind of fun in a very satisfying way. It's like building your IKEA furniture or building a Lego, but you're going to place a living animal in it. So, you know, I've put a lot of energy into building these cage, and that's good memories I wouldn't have with a regular cage. And I feel like these are extremely safe to keep ants. Look at these holes for ventilation. They are very slim, and this is metal. So even like small ants, very small ants, won't be able to pass through this, and even strong ants like my Campanotus will not be able to bite and destroy these, because it's like freaking metal. So, you know, and of course I have the option of removing either just this part so I can drop food here and I have some pinchers, or if I want to clean more thoroughly, I can remove the entire thing. And also the last thing, because there is only one entrance in the nest, whenever I want to do maintenance in the outwell, all I have to do is probably just plug this, and all the ants are going to be kept inside, and so I can do the maintenance. So, you know, thank you very much for watching. I am new at ant keeping, so if you're more experienced in ant keeping, please let me know. And yeah, have a very good day, and like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of both those cage. What is your favorite one? Sorry. Thanks for watching.